Yeah, if you're out on the boat this Memorial Day weekend, have a beverage or two.
Like I am right now.
Just to be clear, it's 4 o'clock on a Tuesday. Just so we're all on the same page.
I thought it was just me that heard beverage, but I let it go. There's a lot of stuff I just let go in this segment. I just didn't want David throwing the flag. It would have been I would have loved it. No, it was just, you know what? Pace yourself. We have all summer.
Off to a great start this wick. Am I right, Roberto?
Oh. I love it.
I'm just saying, you're doing this to yourself. All right, we wanted to get to some of the news from last night.
I mean, yeah, an hour to cook burgers. Just get a frying pan at that point.
We'll do an NBA fast break later in the hour, but the story from last night, in addition to the Nuggets going to their first NBA Finals in team history, it's what LeBron said after the game. Everybody's thought he's going to stick it out until Bronny's in the NBA and they're going to play together and it's going to be father and son and it's going to be so poetic. Record scratch. Last night he said, I got to think about some things. And when he was pressed, he said he might not be back next season. Rico, Tom Brady's gone. If LeBron retires, it's a major changing of the guard in terms of the guy in sports.
Yeah.
If LeBron retires, who's the face of sports?
Right. The guy that
the dude.
Whether you follow the sport or not,
everybody
you know
knows
who he
him.
is.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who Tom Brady is. Everybody knew who LeBron was. Whether you liked him or hated him, you know who he was. He walks away, and you've had both now in consecutive years that have been around for over 20 years apiece. I don't know. I don't know who that guy is. The best one I can come up with, maybe
Mahomes.
I was going to say Steph Curry.
Yeah, probably Steph. Casual people know Steph. Even people who aren't sports fans know Steph.
But Steph doesn't look like a basketball player.
That's been the appeal to him. But you're right. Some of the appeal is everybody can shoot, right? Go out to a park and pretend to be Steph Curry. Not everybody can pretend to be LeBron, but there was something about that made him the face, the guy.
Right. The funny thing is, a lot of the guys now are former players, are the Charles Barkleys of the world, doing the commercials, doing all of that stuff that people recognize. I don't know who that next guy is, that next athlete that transcends sports, that becomes just the face of the everyday person that you want to go see, that you want to watch, that you want to follow, that you have a strong opinion on, you love them or you hate them. Maybe Mahomes, but I don't know too many people. Because
you're
here's the
onto
thing.
something though. LeBron is love and hate.
Right.
Everybody loves Steph. Everybody loves Mahomes. They're fun. Look at this circus
Right.
play.
Brady, that was love and hate. For as many people who loved him, there's a bunch of people who called him a cheater, and he played on this team, and he was this. I don't know who that guy is. Giannis. Everybody loves. Who doesn't like Giannis?
Yeah, he's getting the 50-piece nuggets.
Right.
Like everybody loves Giannis.
Right. I mean, when you sit here and you watch, I think it was the first time he had Oreos and he described the experience. It's like a little kid for the first time eating ice cream, and his eyes were like, oh my God. And I woke my girlfriend up and I'm like, look at this. And she's like, yeah, now try him in milk. And then I tried him in milk. Oh my God.
So maybe we start there. I mean, I want to know if you believe he actually would retire, but whether it's this offseason or next offseason, we have to consider his mortality as an athlete. Who will replace him as the guy who is most polarizing, the biggest face that you love and hate in all of sports? Brady's gone. LeBron's contemplating it. 248-539-9797. Do you buy it, by the way? Do you think this is it for him?
No, I what I think this is posturing. I think this is kind of telling the Lakers, this isn't the team. And I know I'm LeBron James and I put this team together, but this isn't the team. A lot of holes here. We need to revamp some things. We need to get rid of some people. We need to bring some people in. Or, the rumor came out that they were looking at Trae Young and making some type of a trade. Maybe he's the centerpiece. Maybe this is his way of getting out of L.A. without looking like a jerk. because he kind of orchestrated the move to LA and to be a Laker, and maybe he sees the mortality. This team is gone.
Could you blame him, though? If you watched last night, the guy drops 31 in the first half, vintage LeBron. I mean, the last time he dropped 30 in the first half, he had that look in his eye with the Heat, and he was staring down the Celtics. Dude's doing it again 20 years into his career. It's obvious. He can still play. I think he could still be the best player on a championship team, and I think he knows it, which is why I think it's crazy that he would retire. But you're right. There has to be a shakeup, either him in L.A. or him somewhere else.
I think that he may be contemplating, what if I just leave LA? I know I got a house here, my son's going to be playing out here. But when you lose, I kind of don't take what athletes say for the next 72 hours after a series-ending loss, because you're all in your feelings and emotions right now. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like that cooling off period. He kind of needs a couple of days to really sit there and figure out what's next. But I think he is thinking, do I want to be back in L.A.? Can I win in L.A.? Am I washed up? Now, I think he'll watch highlights of the game and be like, nah, that wasn't on me. That was these other bums out there in the yellow jerseys. It wasn't me. I mean,
There was a whole lot of LeBron save us. Here, you take the ball. You take the shot. And
look, when you got Tristan Thompson out there,
that's a point.
You've hit the bottom of the chili pot.
That's a good point.
Guys, we're in a strange spot in sports. And I know people may not care about the sports I'm about to bring up when it comes to these names, but the names they care about. We lost Tom Brady, you mentioned. LeBron James is now talking about retirement. Serena Williams hung it up. Mm-hmm. And Tiger Woods is basically semi-retired.
I was going to say Tiger Woods may be that guy, but, it's now to the point where it's not love-hate with him. It's just you feel sorry. He's almost a charity case.
Those are four big names.
That's a generation. Sports. I mean, it's a generation because Brady played 20-plus years. LeBron's playing 20-plus years.
Serena's done it longer than that.
Long time.
All
Tiger's
of them have
done it, yeah.
Well, outside of Tom Brady, all the rest of the three that I just named were all talked about as children, as kids, teenagers. Yeah. And now they're gone.
Yeah.
Well, not dead, but gone. Like retired.
David just killed off four people.
Sorry.
R.I.P.
Rough.
Coming up at 4:30, the funeral. Right. David's going to have a eulogy prepared.
In memoriam. But I don't know who the next people are that, not that you love, because you're right. Everybody loves Steph. I mean, the most you hear of the silly little mouthpiece. Okay, but you still like watching him play. Giannis, yeah, I mean, Patrick Mahomes, he's fun to watch.
Well, and let's say what it is. It can't be, sorry, Kenny, it can't be a hockey player. It can't be a baseball player. I mean, maybe.
The closest is Shohei Ohtani.
But none of it's bad. It's all good. It's all modern-day Babe Ruth.
Right.
And
I hate to say, most people, if he came and delivered a pizza to you for DoorDash, you wouldn't know who he was.
I mean, David, you're showing your kid videos of Ronald Acuna, but I don't know that he's going to sniff the rarefied air that we're talking about with guys like Brady and LeBron, the changing of the guard. Who's the guy, if LeBron does retire this offseason or next offseason, once he's played with his son, I mean, eventually he's going to retire. I think we're all kind of confronting what life would be like without LeBron playing. David, I do want to mix in something that you shared with me today, because the reaction to last night's loss, it had you feeling a type of way.